Today we're on to page 76 of your maths book, and it looks like this. This is page 76. I would like if you could do number 4, A, B, C, D, E, and number 7, A, B, C, D, E, and number 8, A, B, C, D, E. Now, it talks about methods. Simply do them as a multiplication sum. I'll show you how to do them in a moment. There's no need to estimate. Similarly here, there's no need to do these both ways. Well, we're not doing 5 and 6. It says here, use the long multiplication method to do these. That's what you'll have to do. Ignore this estimate and check using calculator. I will check them for you, or you can check from the answers that I'll put up later on today. If you really want to check using a calculator and you have one, go ahead. But please do not do them with a calculator. You need to know how to do these yourself. Okay? So these are all about multiplication with a longer decimal number. So you can see here there's 3 numbers behind the decimal, and that's the aim today, to teach you how to multiply with 3 numbers behind the decimal. And it's the same as with 2 numbers behind the decimal. You just must put 3 numbers behind the decimal in your answer if there's 3 numbers behind the decimal in the question. So first on number 4, they've shown us some short multiplication. So let's do that first. We do that just like we would do any multiplication sum. 7 nines, and if we're not sure, please check tables. You've got your tables in your homework diary. 7 nines is 63. Hold the 6, 4 sevens is 28. Plus 6 is 34. 5 sevens, we could stroke that out if it helps you to forget about it. 5 sevens is 35. Plus 3 is 38. Don't know that. 6 sevens is 42. Plus 3 is 45. And that's the answer we get. We've got 1, 2, 3 numbers behind the decimal, and now is when you attend to the decimal. When the sum is done, 3 numbers behind the decimal, so put 3 numbers behind the decimal. And there's your answer, 45.843. Similarly here, you've got the decimal here. Just ignore it until the end and do the decimal calculations at the end. So do your multiplication as normal. 3 5s is 15. Put down the 5, hold the 1. 2 5s is 10, plus 1 is 11. 1, get rid of that, we're done with it. 1 5 is 5, plus 1 is 6. 5 nines is 45. We have 1, 2, 3 numbers behind the decimal, so we must put 3 numbers behind the decimal here. So the decimal goes in there. 45.615. 45 is the whole number. 6 is the tenths. 1 is the hundredths, and 5 is the thousandths. Now, you will notice at 7 and 8 of your book, we're using long multiplication with 3 numbers behind the decimal. Again, you do it exactly the same as you would do with any other long multiplication, and ignore the decimal until the very end, and when you're at the answer point, then you can put in the decimal. So 3 sevens is 21, hold the 2. 4 sevens is 28, plus 2 is 30. 0 sevens is 0, plus 3 is 3. And 2 sevens is 14. Put down the 0. 2 3s, we're done with that too. 2 3s is 6. 2 4s is 8. 2 noughts are nothing. 2 2s are 4. And add. 1, 6, 11, 5, 5. There's your answer. Now, do not forget to attend to the decimal. 1, 2, 3 numbers behind the decimal here. So therefore in the answer there must be 3 numbers behind the decimal. 1, 2, 3. You always count actually this side of it. Maybe it would be better to count from the right. 1, 2, 3, and that's where you put your decimal. The answer is 55.161. 55 is the whole number. There's 1 tenth. There's 6 hundredths. And there's 1 thousandth. Here's another example of long multiplication, and we've got 3 numbers behind the decimal. Sorry guys, I'm going to move this over a little bit because the light seems to be affecting the screen. So, as you always do with your long multiplication, you start from here. Multiply all the way across, and then you'd use that on the second line. 3 8s, 24. 1 8 is 8, plus 2 is 10, 0, 1. We're done with that now. 8 8s is 64, plus 1 is 65. We're done with that. 4 8s is 32. plus 6 is 38. Put down your note because it's a long multiplication. I don't want that too. 3 3s are 9. 3 1s are 3. 3 8s are 24. 3 4s are 12. Plus 2 is 14. And add. 4 plus 0 is 4. 0 plus 9 is 9. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. And this is 8, and this is 1. 1, 2, 3 numbers behind the decimal, so count 1, 2, 3, and that's where the decimal place goes. 3 numbers behind the decimal, because there was 3 numbers behind the decimal here. The answer is 182.894. 0.894 is probably the better way to say it. Okay, so you're going to do question 4 all the way across, and then question 7 is the one with the long multiplication all the way across, and question 8. Thanks for listening, guys.